Every year, 4,400 teens are bullied into suicide.
The reason why they get bullied is how they dress, because they're LGBT, which is lesbian, gay, bi, and trans.
If you're any form of different, you can end up getting bullied. But that doesn't mean that things aren't going to get better. It doesn't mean to go off and kill yourself.
With killing yourself, basically, it's you think that it's gonna stop your pain, but you don't realize that you affect everyone around you just by killing yourself.
You never think of how the people who hear you say that you want to kill yourself are going to feel, especially after you go through with it.
Even though you think that no one cares, there always is someone that does. And you can talk to anyone about it, even if you think that you have no friends, there's always a counselor or your parents or like someone. It's better to talk to someone than no one. And then the bully who's bullying you probably doesn't even realize that they are, or they get picked on themselves, or that they're just complete assholes.
Or they could have a really crappy home environment. And always remember that to the world you may be one person, but to one person you may be the world.
Like how I dress, like I usually dress like all like in black and stuff and everything, and like I have a twin and she's all jock and stuff, and like she sticks up for me for like people who say stuff, and everyone's like, oh, like what is she wearing? Why is she wearing that and stuff? And dude, she looked like a freak today, and like no one knows that we're even related or that we're even friends or sisters. And it's like, well, I wear what I want to wear, and I don't have a lot of friends, but I have friends that like the same interests, and like that should just matter. Why should I waste my tears on people that aren't gonna be in my life later?
And like you can go to all these groups. Like I was at LGBT, and that was on Thursday, and we were hearing about how in the next city over from us, this girl was being bullied for being bisexual, and basically the only thing that saved her was the fact that she's in LGBTs, because it does get better.
And like even like you may not know it, but there are actual people out there trying to help. And like if you live in a small town or a big city, try to find a group. And if like you are certain that you don't have a group or city or town, you should like try to make one. Like go to your school and like try to promote to make an LGBT group, or not. It doesn't even have to be that. It can be a anti-bullying system that you guys come in like every 2 days out of the week, and you talk to each other about why you're being picked on, and like even like people who are watching this right now who are bullying, like I don't get why you would do that to someone. It's like I've been bullied basically since like elementary about like who I am and everything. I've never been like bullied by my sexuality, but just because I don't tell anyone, because I don't want that to be another flaw of me being bullied. But I don't get why you would want to sit there and torture someone for your own fun. And if you do have your own problems, but there's no point of taking you out of them. You might as well go get help and talk to someone about it.
For all you know, that person could go home and commit suicide just thinking about that, and then like you're gonna find out about it, and you're gonna know it's your fault, and then you're just gonna feel like crap because you did it, and it's gonna haunt you forever. But we could put a stop to all this. Like we could make a group in your city and talk about ending bullying, and then if you see someone being bullied, go up and say something about it.
Or there's also like you're gonna have people talk about you and hate you. There's gonna be people out there who are gonna talk about you and hate you for the rest of their life, but you gotta decide who's worth your tears and who isn't. And people who cry, like if you see someone who's crying because of being bullied, it's not because they're weak, it's because they've been strong for too long. And you can't sit there and say, oh, they're a pussy because they cry. It's like, well, maybe if you stuck up for them in class, like, even if you don't know the kid or you find the kid weird, if it's gonna ruin your reputation, I'd rather have my ruined reputation because I stuck up for that kid than having to know that the kid was homophobic. And you never know. Like, you wonder why some of these why some kids bring guns to school. It's because most of them are being bullied, and it's like, and then like everyone like it's like, oh, why'd he do that and stuff. It's like, well, because no one realizes that that kid was being bullied. No one cares.
And nobody ever stands up or does anything about it, so
And
it does make a difference.
and like there's like 40 states right now that have cyberbullying to be passed.
Just remember that bullying is not always just in person. It can be over the internet or through a text message, over the phone. There's many different forms of bullying. So keep that in mind, and thanks for watching the video.